This is the story of Scott Corbett and how he became an entrepreneur. He was in school at the University of Georgia getting his PhD when he had an epiphany and decided he was sick of grad school and quit to pursue his dreams of being an English professor. He worked at Galloway School in Atlanta as an English teacher. He loved his job, and if he could have, he would have stayed in teaching as his main career for as long as he could. However, in 2003, Corbett and his wife had their first baby Hawks. Corbett's wife told him that he needed to go back to work. Corbett realized he wanted to keep teaching, so he decided he wanted to find a weekend hustle. Successful entrepreneurs identify their level of threshold and amount of risk they're willing to take on before starting a venture, so that they can make business decisions that are in accordance with their personal desires. Corbett also recognized this was important for long-term successes. He identified his own threshold to be low and was quite risk-averse in the beginning, and as a result, he ensured that he pursued his entrepreneurial ventures first as side hustles, with a backup plan of teaching in the case of failure. This is also seen in the Smartix case. Vivek Kuller and his team outlined that they had a low threshold for the Smartix venture because they all had lucrative job opportunities awaiting if it failed. While in the Savage Beast case, Tom Westergreen knew he had a high threshold and was less risk-averse when starting Savage Beasts because it was his passion and he did not want to do anything else. In 2006, Corbett started his first venture in business e-commerce, a high-end baby product reselling business called Sleepytime Store. He shipped different gadgets for parents with new kids. He sold strollers and diaper bags and anything else related to babies. Corbett did not care for this business but knew it was a good market. He sourced different materials and would resell and drop ship. Corbett developed skills from his e-commerce business, including online selling, website design, ad writing, Google search ads, and email marketing. And Corbett's superpower through all of this was communication. While founders often have non-traditional backgrounds directly unrelated to entrepreneurship, but possess skill sets that are essential to successfully founding a venture. Corbett's non-traditional background in education, more specifically English and psychology, allowed him to be a natural ad writer and have a great understanding of the needs of consumers. Similarly, in the Savage Beast case, Tom Westergreen's experience as a music composer allowed him to develop strong sales and networking skills. And in Apple's case, Steve Jobs' time spent studying philosophy and barely surviving through college financially developed his work ethic, grit, and influenced his creativity that would be integral to Apple's successes. In 2008, when the market crashed, he had to pivot his focus to consulting services, teaching startups and sole entrepreneurs how to market, and he offered marketing consulting services to companies, a company he called Click Synergy. That same year, Corbett founded a web design and branding company that offered startups and individuals a way to achieve an online presence through web design, online ads, and email marketing. Corbett started this company with a co-founder. This company only lasted 1.5 years due to different desires in the founding team. Through this part of his entrepreneurial journey, he learned that he desired control of the decisions he would make for his venture. Successful entrepreneurs properly assess where they align in regards to the founder's dilemma early on, so that when decisions between pursuing growth and control pop up, they make choices consistent with their personal motivation. Corbett decided early on that his personal motivations were control-oriented. As a result, any time that the founder's dilemma presented itself, he was able to make consistent decisions that pursued first and foremost creative control at the expense of growth. This is seen in the Evan Williams case, as he identified his personal motivations to be control-oriented, which aligned with his decisions while at Blogger. But once he started Odeo, he compromised on his motivations, leading to a series of issues due to the fact that he didn't act in accordance with his beliefs. This theme is also evident in the Smartix case, as Vivek Kuller and his team determined that they were more growth-oriented since their main focus was to try to scale the business quickly in a year's time. In 2010, Corbett sold Sleepytime Store, left the e-commerce space completely, and founded Lightmark. With Lightmark, Corbett fully switched to consulting and services. Corbett helped these people and companies move into the digital age. Lightmark Media is a marketing agency that offers a vast variety of marketing services to clients primarily in the real estate industry, including investors and house flippers. Lightmark solves a variety of customer pain points, the most pressing of these being the issue of customer acquisition. At first, he helped all kinds of companies and small businesses, but eventually he found value in focusing on one type of company. His case showed that successful entrepreneurs have the ability to identify opportunities in the market that have not yet been met or fully explored and meet those needs. Corbett was able to identify new opportunities in the market as he noticed the large supply of various companies that had not yet transitioned from offline to online marketing. This sudden realization of a vast number of companies pursuing offline marketing instead of online was Corbett's spark of inspiration in founding Lightmark. Consequently, he was able to meet this demand by offering an assortment of marketing services to each of these different unrelated companies before eventually transitioning to companies in the real estate industry. This is also seen in the case of Borrowing Magnolia, as the founders identified a large unmet demand of women looking to rent wedding dresses rather than buy them forever. This was also true with Yieldx, as Doug Kosman was able to identify a problem early on in his career surrounding the technical challenge associated with optimizing inventory management for online advertising. With a focus on real estate, Lightmark Media offers design and development, marketing automation, and PPC and traffic generation. Corbett believes in investing in experiences or people that will help you learn and grow in your company. In 2015, he spent $20,000 to be a part of a group of real estate investors, which turned out to be beneficial, as he then made $200,000 from it. He learned that successful entrepreneurs are able to determine their weaknesses and strengths and refer to outside qualified people to help if a problem arises that they are not strong in. Corbett recognized his own substantial weaknesses in the beginning as he had zero business knowledge or experience. In the beginning, Corbett employed the help of an accounting genius friend, Michael Wade, who taught him accounting and business operation basics every morning before work when he first started off. Similarly, in the Rent the Runway case, founders Hyman and Fleece recognized their weaknesses in technology and coding, so they hired Abhishek Sakdeva to design their website. Another example is in the Yieldx case. Doug Kosman identified his weaknesses in a leadership and managerial role, so he decided to make Tom Shields CEO while he focused on the engineering side in order to maximize the company's success. Lightmark has been around ever since and has more than been a successful company employing roughly 15 people with an average number of 2,144 leads generated per month. Through his entrepreneurial ventures, Corbett learned and grew to be able to run the company that he does today and has shown the hard work and dedication it takes to be an entrepreneur.